Time now for the morning rush. We begin with that deadly deputy-involved shooting in southeast Albuquerque. News 13's Sarah Yingling has more on these breaking details. Sarah?
A multi-day U.S. Marshals investigation ended with gunfire and a suspect dead here at the Motel 6. Sheriff Manny Gonzalez says it all unfolded around 12:40 this morning when U.S. Marshals and deputies were led to the Motel 6 for a violent fugitive they've been tracking for days. Eventually, shots were fired and the suspect was killed. It's unknown who fired shots or how many. Westbound lanes have reopened, but eastbound lanes on Avenida Cesar Chavez remain closed. Back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Sarah, and stay with KRQE News 13 this morning for the latest on that deputy-involved shooting. Stay connected on air and at alwaysonkrqe.com. Kristen?
Mostly sunny skies over the state today, just keeping an eye on the higher terrain in eastern and southern portions of the state for a few isolated storms. Most of us are going to be dry, but we'll keep an eye on those storms, putting out some gusty winds and lightning, very similar to the conditions we had yesterday. And a near repeat day on tap for Friday with those isolated storms in the afternoon. David?
New this morning, fire crews south of Cuba are busy battling a tire fire which sparked sometime yesterday. Crews are trying to find the best plan of action to get ahead of this half-acre fire. Authorities tell News 13 getting water to this area is a challenge, as putting water on it can create a hazard from chemical runoff. We'll continue to monitor the situation and bring you the very latest. And as you wake up this morning, fire crews are continuing to make progress on the Ute Park fire. The latest update has the fire now 35% contained. As of this morning, the fire has scorched just under 37,000 acres. A mandatory evacuation remains in effect for over 200 homes in Ute Park. And we could soon find out the ID of the man found shot to death in a car near Candelaria and Rio Grande yesterday. Video from Sky News shows several gunshot holes in the driver's side door. We will let you know when we find out more about what happened. And as you wake up, 4 members of the Mesa, Arizona Police Department have been placed on leave after video emerged of a violent May 23rd arrest. Now, it shows the officers repeatedly punching and kicking an unarmed man inside an apartment building. Mesa police say he was being uncooperative and appeared to be getting ready to fight them. Happening now, a 63-year-old grandmother sentenced to life in prison is free this morning. Alice Marie Johnson was released from prison on Wednesday evening, hours after President Trump commuted her sentence. Last week, reality TV star Kim Kardashian met with the president and asked him to intervene in the case. Johnson has served more than 20 years on a drug trafficking charge. And New Mexico's Attorney General is now inviting the state's Education Secretary, Christopher Ruskowski, to co-host a forum for safety experts and teachers. This is all in the hopes of gathering their input on measures to update policies to prevent school shootings. AG Balderas wants the PED to update policies. Now, Balderas' plan includes school mapping and push-button door locks. The potential implementation of these measures would fall to both Governor Susana Martinez and the upcoming governor. Well, police are asking for your help figuring out who vandalized the Vietnam War Memorial in Las Cruces. A war veteran has stepped up and donated $500 toward the reward. Last month, the police discovered someone had removed 4 letters off the memorial wall and damaged part of a replica Huey helicopter. The reward is now up to $1,500. If you know who was responsible for the damage, you are asked to call Las Cruces police. And new this morning, the death toll in Guatemala continues to rise following the eruption of the volcano on fire on Sunday, then again on Tuesday. At last count, there were 99 confirmed victims. So far, only 28 of them have been positively identified. Now, last night, members of the U.S. Air Force flew a group of severely injured young Guatemalans to a Galveston, Texas hospital for treatment. Kristen?
Today's Metro Threat Index up to a 2. We're just talking hot temperatures here in Albuquerque. Forecast high about 95. Light winds and plenty of sunshine over the metro. David?
A project overhauling the intersection at Central and Unser is expected to wrap up in a year. The improvements are aimed at making commute times shorter for the growing area. It will also add extra turning lanes, new bike lanes, and a multi-use trail. Mayor Tim Keller says at least one lane will remain open during construction this summer. The project will cost about $6 million. And a local conservation group wants your help protecting local rivers. Research shows Americans throw out more than 70 million styrofoam cups each day. Many of them end up in our rivers and oceans. Environment New Mexico is working to reduce the number of styrofoam cups in the state to protect our water. Local companies like Satellite Coffee are backing the project and have eliminated styrofoam completely. Kristen?
All right, let's now take it to traffic. We do have an accident at Lead in Carlisle this morning. Also, as Sarah mentioned, Avenida Cesar Chavez is still closed. Those eastbound lanes are closed between I-25 and University, but the westbound lanes have reopened. And as far as Big I goes, we'll keep tabs on that as well.
He is now getting a professional soccer team, and we could soon learn the name of that team. It's a part of the United Soccer League, which is below the Major League Soccer, and it's much like a minor league. But there will be no direct link back to the Major League Soccer. However, there will be plenty of players who have played in both leagues. Now, the team will begin playing next March and will play at Isotopes Park. The team is partnered with the city and the Topes to lease out the park for at least the first couple of seasons.
53 now. Final check on that day planner shows mid-80s by lunch, looking at a forecast high of 95 today. Winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. We've got mostly to partly sunny conditions on top. I haven't put it in the state forecast, but there are a few spot thunderstorms possible out across the southern and eastern portions of the state today. They'll likely be dry thunderstorms, though, meaning lightning and winds will be more of an issue than anything in the way of rain. And a check on that allergy report shows pine up to medium, everything else down to low. Again, this is according to the city reports, but I don't know, there's a lot of that cotton flying around.
Yeah.
But the pine is the only thing at medium, so we'll see. All right, time now for the 5 facts. We kick it off with number 5. Albuquerque is getting a professional soccer team. We could soon learn the name. It's in the United Soccer League, which is a minor league team, but there's no direct link to the Major League Soccer. The team will begin playing next March at Isotopes Park. The team has partnered with the city and the Isotopes to lease out the park for at least the first couple of seasons. A recent study on building a soccer stadium in the downtown area shows a 10,000-seat stadium would cost anywhere from $25 to $45 million.
At number 4, New Mexico's Attorney General is now inviting the state's Education Secretary, Christopher Ruskowski, to co-host a forum where safety experts and teachers can give their input on measures to update policies to prevent school shootings. Attorney General Hector Balderas wants the Public Education Department to update their policies. The potential implementation of these measures would fall to both Governor Susana Martinez and the upcoming governor.
At number 3, Albuquerque hot and mostly dry today. Spot storms possible by Saturday. We've got some breezy conditions coming in Sunday, but you see there the heat going nowhere. We are in the 90s for the next 6 to 7 days.
At number 2, new lapel video will likely be used in the case against a man charged with 4 counts of transporting explosives. Witnesses say Andrew Padilla had been making comments about burning a woman's house down. Police were called to the Smith's gas station off Tramway and I-40. Officers say inside Padilla's trunk they found what witnesses described as containers filled with gas and stuffed with cloth. When officers asked Padilla, he told officers he wasn't doing anything illegal and uses rags to cover the tops to prevent them from spilling over. Now, Padilla was released from jail the next day. And at number 1, the investigation is still underway after a deadly shooting involving the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Department. It was a situation that ended near the Motel 6, closing off Avenida Cesar Chavez between I-25 and University. Now, some westbound lanes are now back open. According to Sheriff Manny Gonzalez, a few moments ago or earlier this morning, the case also involves the U.S. Marshals. Now, video shows numerous BCSO deputies that were out on the scene. It's still unclear who was involved as far as the suspects are concerned or how many shots were fired. But this will definitely affect your morning commute if you need to take Avenida Cesar Chavez. Again, the latest update is that the westbound lanes are back open, but you're still going to want to avoid the area throughout the morning.